vanished. I believe it was a quick FF. But we're just going to hop right in here, and we're going to hop on board here with Slain. Critical doing his best to find these kills, and Slain is up early, just soaking the majority of this time. JV going to be able to find a couple before getting picked up, but once again, oh, no, sorry, Octane managing to soak some time there. Every time these teams play, I think they're the same team because it's almost the exact same color.
Yeah, sometimes it's really hard as a caster, even as a producer and everybody in the back end, differentiate between these two teams. But yes, folks, are going to be Slain versus Octane. Let me tell you, folks, both of the matches today will be played in a best of 5. So these two teams have a whole lot of time to kind of like retaliate and just find that projections where they can actually capitalize on all of the mistakes and control opponent. Of course, our first map being the hard point play on the specific match, Sheaf is going to go around the corner, finds on the side of Crone, but Crone will be able to take down the side of Shifu with a headshot. Of course, we do see a lot of SMG picking up as a primary coming off from the side of Slain, but on the other side we also see a kind of like a mixture of SMGs combined with assault rifles coming off from the side of Octane. Of course, the hill control is definitely going to be right there into the favor of Slain for a couple of seconds, but Octane is fighting hard, back pretty hard.
Yeah, no, 100%. Slain are still in the driver's seat, though. Shifu doing his best to lock down these good P4 spawns, looking for all these players lurking underneath him. He's going to be able to find one, chasing the second. This player is absolutely clueless. Shifu not going to be able to find that one, though. Gets some shots in, not going to be able to get the cleanup with the pistol. 61-27 is our current score, and let me tell you, Slain are looking pretty good, but Octane making a pretty good stand on this P3. This P3 can be a mix. It can be a money hill. It's all dependent on how you hold it, and Octane are holding it well. Zavi going to be able to...
Yeah.
Zavi going to be able to find the one contesting time there, but Rayo going to find an answer still. Octane in the driver's seat on this hill. Shifu finally going to be able to find Zavi, who was soaking that time, being the thorn on their side. And it looks like Slain are going to be able to collect these scraps. JV going to slide out, going to be able to find one onto Zavi. Crone going to be able to find one onto Rayo. And Cobra in the background going to find Shifu. Big gunfight win there from Cobra to continue to keep his team spawning in the back. And now JV just playing for this player lurking up top. I don't know about you, but this so far is a pretty damn good match.
Yeah, we are starting off with a pretty decent map where both our teams are challenging pretty hard, keeping both our teams and keeping us as the edge of our seats. But right now, definitely with a couple of pointers ahead, especially if you look at in a very numerical way, it's more going to be more of like a 20 or 15 point average coming off being in the lead for the side of Slain. Right now, of course, in the lobby, we see a lot of that retaliation. Of course, those ADS play are going to be very crucial when you are having the hill and having that control in a very open kind of a open kind of a lobby. But for now, it's going to be the side of Crone to come up from the backyard stairs, trying to push up to the objective. There's going to be someone hiding behind the bite trap, takes down with an ease. But right now, it's going to be back again, coming off for the side of Octane to be in the control. It's going to be, of course, the Slain to be on that first team to be there with the 100-pointer. But hey, folks, let's take a listen in what these players are communicating with each other.
He's back on bed. I'm jumping down.
They're top weak. I'm getting you.
Bottom bed.
Yo, somebody anchor.
Oh, one
bottom bed right now. Bottom bed. Bro, guys, we don't have anybody on anchor, bro. We don't have anybody on anchor.
Bad kids, going back class.
Bro, push the anchor, bro.
He's dead.
Yo, one top plant.
Yeah. What's top bed? Top bed dead. Oh my god. I got your anchor.
You dead. I'm watching your back.
These kids are fucking shit.
One kitchen dead.
I'm setting up on
That kid's nice. We're taking nice.
One more kitchen. He's pushing fire right now. This one more.
Oh boy, that sounded like they are in a pretty tough situation. Especially what a control coming off from the side of Cobra. He's going in for that 5 back-to-back kill streak coming off of this lad.
Yeah, currently sitting at 8-19, and Octane are fired up in the comms. You heard it here first, folks. These kids are shit, and they're letting them know it. Big lead is now gone. It has been slain Are they going to fall on their own sword here? Were they a little too confident coming in? Who knows? But Octane managed to take their first lead of the match, and off of a perfect P4 to P1 rotation at that. Crone not going to be able to find that one. JV is going to be good for it. But once again, no time being collected. Octane on the time, once again, inching closer and closer to this win, to this first map win. Cobra and Zavi going to combine for a couple there. Big read. JV going to fall to Zavi. Zavi's going to be good for 2 as he also finds Rayo. And Octane just grow this lead ever so slightly more. 156 to 114. Time is going to go the way of Slain on this new hill, but is it too little too late? I don't think so. Not quite yet, but if they don't start getting some gas here, Octane are going to run away with this. 124 to 157. It's a foot race to the hill. Shifu going to be able to not find anything as he gets picked up, but trades back and forth. Octane on the time. Cobra pushing up, getting aggressive. Finds some good shots into that player, but not going to be able to find the kill. Critical going to be able to find that one on time. And about half of the hard point remains, and it looks like Octane is starting to set up new.
Yeah, Octane are bring up a pretty, I would say, a conventional kind of like a game plan, that conventional rotation happening around, especially on a map like Skyline, which is the, I would say, the hometown when it comes down to the hardpoint matches here in the competitive scenario. But for now, of course, Octane were able to take down that lead and able to maintain it. And of course, pretty sure that they're going to be the first team to actually be upon, cross upon that 200-point lead. But right now, of course, the hardpoint is going to change up its location. The hill scenario will be in control back again for the side of Octane. I was trying to decide the whole thing. It was a little bit of that control going in for the side of Slain. A couple of kills coming off for the side of JV from the side of Slain, but now it's going to be what? You didn't know that the guy was right there. JV is able to take down 2, but finally Zavi is gonna be taken down from the side of JV, who knows for the fact that there's gonna be someone sitting around in that small corner. Cobra comes up 26 to 16. This guy is definitely going insane when it comes down to those frags for his team. Back-to-back kills, back-to-back nade kills. Zaro with that killing spree coming off from the side of Slain now. Back-to-back is going to be, to take that, control of this entire hill for their side. Right now, still going to be that Slain to try to recapitalize themselves and, take that beneficial play in their side, but not a lot of that time is remaining. Now, it's going to be the change in the entire scenario. It's going to be the gym side where the hard point is going to shift. But Slain are able to actually withhold the entire team of Octane for a pretty long duration, if I say, compared to what Octane was able to do in the early stages of the match.
Yeah, Octane doing a great job at controlling the tempo here. Slain are inching their way closer and closer to this 200-point mark, but Octane have already reached it. They're already at 210. They only need 40 seconds, 37 actually, and 24 still remain on P1 here. Big shots, but not enough out of Crone, and he gets ripped off the time. Surtur doing his best there to get some damming in, but not going to be enough. Shifu with the tags, JV with the cleanup, Zavi trying to zap this player in the back. That's going to be critical to fall to the hands of Zavi. Big tags out of the young man there. Zavi is going to fall to Shifu, however. Big wins on the point for the side of Slain. Slain starting to lock in, it seems, but critical going to be able to find one. Crone going to be able to find one before getting traded out. Slain cannot win it on this hill. However, they can get damn close to the point where you can just about taste it. Crone playing his life, trying to play with his team, but he gets sniffed out by Critical. Critical going to be able to find another. And that may be the last push. I doubt it. Like, it's going to be so close to the win that they have to throw lives at this, right?
Definitely, what a great, I would say, and comeback scenario being in play, and able to just capitalize on that entire situations. And kudos to Zio and JV. They were the entire, I would say that that duo was able to lead the pack in this kind of a situation. Now it's going to be the new hard point getting spawned up in a different place, and that's going to be the side of kitchen where you have an entirely whole lobby where the angles are exposed, and especially you need the trophy systems to be on point. Xavier still on the control is going to take that 1 pointer lead for the side of Octane now, but Slane is going to be back on track. A double kill coming off. No, it's going to be a single sword there. It's going to take down the side of Shifu. One more probably, but no critical will go down from the hands of Crone. Ryo's going to come up from the back-to-back trades on point. Slane still in control, and I guess that will be done and dusted for the side of Octane, and will be the side of Slane to win out the first map here at the Skyline, and of course the first map of Hardpoint.
Be interesting to see how it shakes out in this search.
Yeah, and when we talk about that shit talking and the trash talking, I mean, the competitive gameplay, especially when it comes down to the COD genre, was born in this way that, hey, we are the better side, and that trash talking and that, the emotions are gonna be very, emotions are gonna run high. But for now, of course, it's gonna be the push coming off from the side of Slane towards the bomb side B, and the bomb has been already planted. A quick quick pacing game coming off from the side of Slane. A double kill for the side of Critical. Cobra Heavy both goes down. One of the critical players actually goes down from the side of Octane, who has done a lot of that heavy lifting in the previous matchup. Small rotation coming off from the side of Crone, might get that gunfight, but no critical with that triple kill now, a double kill now, and that's going to be Suerte in a 1v2 scenario.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough situation to be in here. Knows the general location of these players, does get the audio cue on that slide, but now it's just getting toyed with. Big knife from that player of Slane, taking a 1-round advantage. I believe this map is called Dealership. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, when it comes down to search and destroy, I love rewind. I love to see teams playing and rewind. I'm not sure if the side of the other maps like Bullet has definitely been removed, or maybe some of the maps. I'm not a huge fan of this particular one. I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, when it comes down to search and destroy, I love to see some other maps. But it is what it is for now. We do see the sides getting shift. Octane trying to push into the side of B. The first kill comes off again from the side of Critical. This guy is absolutely going bonkers from the side of Slane. A triple kill in the previous round, might be a fourth one, but he will eventually not go down. Cobra actually gets taken off from the hands of Critical. And now it's going to be Octane to live down again in a 2v4 scenario. JB takes down the side of Suerte with that assault rifle being in place. He's going to be the last man remaining alive. Possibly gets one. A good trace around though. Xavi able to find one. Might get a 2. Was not able to ADS at the right time. And that's going to be Slane to win their defending side as well.
Yeah, Slane looked comfortable in this search. I'm not going to lie. Critical 5-0 right now. Like, somebody get this guy... PC check him at this point. Like 5-0 in a search, 2 rounds in is kind of crazy.
I mean, for the side of Critical, words will be less to kind of like appreciate him. We did saw him actually stepping up for his teams. I mean, both of these players, JV, Ryo, I'm going to count Shifu in the same category as well. I mean, the whole team. But for the side of Critical, JV and Ryo, they're stepping up for their team when it's kind of very much needed. For now, we do see them pushing on toward the side of site A. A lot of the utilities being exchanged. We do see the trophy system getting utilized from the side of Octane. We don't see them now actually pushing toward the side of site B. Now, taking that rotation toward the side of site A, Ryo will be taken down from the opponent player. The plant is going to go down. And yes, 40 seconds remaining on the clock. Bomb has been planted at A.
However, it is a 2v1. Make it a 2v4, make it a 1v4. However, Shifu's going to be good for the first, not going to be good for the second. Octane are going to get the defuse as Crone sticks that, and Octane U18 on the board with their first round.
Now, finally, they are able to find that one round where the whole team kind of like recapitalize and find that gap, find that final piece of the puzzle where they were not able to just get those frags out. Kudos to especially when it comes down to the side of Cobra. He was actually that one guy was again doing a lot of the heavy lifting for his team for the side of Octane the previous hard point as well, proving his gun fight skills in this SND as well. It's a very kind of like a much needed one. But for now, Octane has finally proven themselves in this dealer map that they can actually defend. But now being the attack, ooh, Zawi. Of course, with that explosion on the car, but that was lead down from the side of Zavi. But Shifu out of nowhere, he finds that rotation, finds that download to go down, and with that SMG, he will be able to take down 2 now in a 2v1 scenario. Zavi left down in a potential clutch. There is definitely knows for a fact that he can actually rotate back to A, but he's gonna commit. He finds one, possibly a 1v2. Oh, a good one indeed coming off from the side of Octane, but Slane will be the team to actually defend themselves in that round.
Yeah, Xavi did just about everything he could. He just couldn't find these shots. The player was behind him, just had no idea, no awareness there. It's tough to win that gunfight and then have to 180 snap on someone, not knowing that that's where they're coming from. It's definitely it's a tough situation to be in, and Octane down a couple rounds here, need this bounce back, and they need it now. It's starting to get out of hand once again. 3-1 is the score line. I feel like once it gets to 4-1, 5-1, it starts to feel like an insurmountable task. Shifu gonna find the opener onto Zavi there with that nade. Shifu gonna find a second on the Cobra. Rayo gonna be able to find Crone, and all players fall for the side of Octane, and Slane just run away with that one.
I mean, at this point of time, those players coming up with those frag nades, and I would say how they're able to just land those nades on the car, the vehicles, and the vehicles getting exploded. So Octane needs to be a little bit more careful. I mean, we saw in the round number 4 itself, we saw round number 5, sorry. Round number 5 itself, we did saw in the round number 4 itself. So they got to be a little bit more careful. And those, actually, one of the kill came in pretty bad for the side of Zavi, and the another one was on Cobra. So both of the guys need to be a little bit more careful of their surroundings. The first kill, the opener one, comes out from the side of Zavi, though. He's gonna be stunned for a while, but that effect is gonna not withstand him for so long. Now we do see the side of entire team pushing down the side of Ace, the team of Octane. Suerte takes on the side of Zavi. Shifu comes around to get that trade on Suerte. Zavi takes on the side of Shifu on that one shot. It's gonna be 1v3, a potential clutch for Ryo, and which I feel he can actually do this one. We have seen his potential in the first map. We have seen him play pretty wild, but maybe I kind of got ahead of myself and
he cast or cursed him.
Yeah, I'm really sorry, guys. I apologize. Thank you. Don't at me. Just saying. But yeah, that was a good round overall, but it will be the side of Octane to get their second round victory. And again, both of the rounds have been those rounds which they are able to win in their defending side. We haven't seen any of these rounds coming in their attacking round, so that's something.
Yeah, it's not looking great right now for Octane, but they do manage to get another round under their belt. I just wonder if it's too little too late. Slane just seems so dominant on defense, and Shifu is going to come out hot here as he finds Crone. Cobra going to be able to find Shifu, but the trade is in from Rayo. Anytime I say that, I think about the pasta sauce, just saying. JV going to get cleaned up there by Zavi, making this a 2v2. Surret and Zavi versus Quitical and Rayo. Rayo off to a bit of a slow start, 3 and 4. Quitical, however, not off to a slow start whatsoever, 6 and 2. Speaking of not slow starts, you look at Shifu and Zavi's their KDs almost. Actually, now they are identical. No, they just switched. 9 and 6 and 9 and 5. So super hot starts from both of them, and yeah, I'm excited to see how this round ends, and that's gonna do it. Slane, just run him down.
Yeah, for now, I feel like Slane has that. I don't know how to say this, but he's like they are being that momentum play. Of course, those couple of rounds that definitely kind of like changed the pace of the game overall. But Slain getting that first, I would say a huge comeback victory. Not gonna lie, they were the team to actually not have that lead in the first map of Hardpoint, and out of nowhere, AV and Zerayo, LPB Zerayo, both stepped up in like that was another level of a gameplay. I mean, that has definitely surpassed that confidence when it comes down to this. That has, come down to this search and destroy as well. Do you see the entire team has already rushed down to the side of side A? Through those wins, Chief is gonna get one. The nade has been tossed, but the plant was supposed to go down. It was stopped for a while, but now it is the bomb has been dropped. It was not a plant, but that's gonna be slain to win out that whole thing, and that's gonna be another round win.
If it is just a skill differential.
Could be the case. Could be the case that you are not actually in that mindset. You're not actually in that, that confidence, especially after that first map where you were actually leading down the whole game for a pretty good score line. But now, our third map, of course, you know it, folks. The rules apply. The competitive rules apply. It's going to be the side of control. And let's see. I mean, at this point of time, Octane, they have to do anything possible. I mean, by hook or crook, they need this victory to stay alive in the series.
Yeah, they do. And Slain are getting set up here to play spoiler. Zavi going to be able to find Shifu, but Quitical going to find one. Rayo going to find another onto Zavi. Cobra going to be good for two there. Quitical and Rayo going to fall to his hands, but Shifu trying to get active, find some shots into Cobra. Not going to be able to find that full kill. Crone going to peek this rock. Try and find the player on the spawn trap. Not going to be able to do so. Crone going to be able to find Rayo, though, and just trades back and forth. Quitical doing his thing, trying to stop the time. Doesn't stop it for a little bit. No second tick achieved on A, though. One tick of progress made on A. B already gone in the hands of Slain. Big win at Shifu. That's going to be 2 dead. Time to fly, fellas. Let's get on that point. Let's get it rolling. The 3-stack was in for a second. JV gonna push up, try and get the spawn trap going, but he's gonna get picked up. Rayo gonna be able to find one. Crone gonna be able to find Quitical. Still no second tick of progress on A. Cobra pushing up, trying to stagger the spawns, and A is being cleared. 1.5 minutes remain in the round. 14 to 13 is the life count. I'm just throwing numbers at you because I think it's fun. JV currently sitting at 2 and 5. Bit of a slow start from him. Watch for him to get activated and this map start to run away from him. On the flip side, though, Cobra is 8 and 2. The guy is shooting, he's frying, he's zapping. Any word you can describe for doing well, he's doing it right now.
I mean, Cobra is definitely playing that play that needs to be in that entire mindset when it comes down to both teams. What is exactly going on in this part? But anyway, that was a situation which was kind of like an out of control for that lad. That's going to be 9-7 now. But for the side of Octane, everybody needs to step. The trophy system is going to go down. Shifu's going to take care of that point. And of course, the caption is just going to be just 2 tick away. Slow progress. A pretty fast one, though. Going to go bad for the side of Octane if they're not able to control this one, though. And yep, that's going to be the side of Slain coming up with a victory around. There you go. It's going to be the side of Slain to win out the first, I would say, the round when it comes down to the control map here at Hashi. I mean, Hashi is a map where actually when it comes down to the open fountain side and the boulders, boulder control point, especially even if it's a hard point, these two sides are somewhere you can actually get a lot of those picks and have that kind of like an post control scenario play where you can actually take those kills. But look at the side of Shifu, 10-5, the kill and the death ratio. But anyways, that's going to be the switching sides now, folks. It's going to be the side of Octane, where they actually the spawn location are going to get changed. But at this point in time, Octane, like I say in the starting of the map, by hook or by crook, they need this victory on control to push this for the 4th map. Or now
Yeah,
we do see the first kill.
They definitely need this map win, and Slain are going to do their best to not let that happen. They are shutting everything down. They're throwing everything but the kitchen sink at Octane, seeing what sticks, trying to figure out their game plan, and it seems to be working. They are currently sitting at 6 ticks, winning the control offense. It doesn't get much better than that. I hate to say it, but they are definitely in the driver's seat right now.
Definitely in the driver's seat right now, but we do see for a fact that it's going to be the side of Octane to push down to the side of side B, and they're actually able to take control of it. But no, trophy system was not in place. If there was one, it was destroyed, obviously, from the side of Slane. Now it's going to be the side of Slane who have already taken up the first round towards them side to be on that objective play. We do see one team at B now, one team at A. Sheaf is going to get to one. Crone goes down. Not to the side of Fountain, it's going to be the side of Swerte to pick up that rotation, going toward the side of B, possibly find double, Ray on that pistol. Not going to find anyone though. A lot of that players on toward the side of B, and yes, is going to be a good old progress coming off for the side of Octane.
Yeah, and if you're Slane here, this is where you start to panic. You're down in lives. You just gave up the minute extension. Only a minute 20 left, but a minute 20 is a lot to work with when you have 17 lives. As I say that, Rayo is going to be able to tie us up. There goes the life tie, as Zavi's going to be able to find Rayo. Quitical somehow zaps him with the pistol there. Don't know how. Shifu going to be able to find Crone. Cobra on a bit of a flank, knows there's a player lurking for him, and Quitical is just sort of showing his stuff with that pistol, strutting it, so to speak, looking to find another. Not going to be able to do so. Zavi's going to shut that down real quick. Said, not again, buddy. You're not getting me with that pistol. Cobra going to be able to find Rayo. Suitor going to be able to find Shifu. And finally, some progress onto the A point, but only momentarily. Clock continues to tick. 35 seconds remaining. Zavi doing his best, but that's going to be a clean wipe of that hill. Still, time dwindling. 25 seconds left. Quitical on a bit of a flank. Knows there's players around. Not going to be able to find any of them, though. And it's looking like it's too little too late for Octane. As I say that, they managed to sniff the point, but only for a few seconds.
Only for a few seconds too, but right now, definitely it is the side of Slane to be in the driver's seat now. No respawns remaining. 6-3 now. 5-3. This can go anywhere around, but still, I actually have a sense of that retaliation coming up from the side of Octane. Maybe I mean, Castle Curse is real. Don't at me, folks. Critical with that pistol. He actually gets a triple, if I'm not wrong, with that pistol in the end. So Slane is gonna get their second round victory on Hashi control again. So actually, the final kill was from the side of JV. Did find one, and going on towards the side of the garage, he finds a double as soon as possible. But that was critical in the end that we saw. But anyways, for the side of critical, as we will definitely see the scoreboard in a while, I'm pretty sure he's in a pretty good charge up momentum when it comes down to that overall finish kill and death ratio. If you can see that scoreboard, just in case. Yeah, we did saw for instance, but I couldn't catch the numbers. It's good.
Yeah, and Slane once again trying to do what they did in this first round of control, trying to close things out. The 3-0 sweep, the 3-0 in control is what they're looking for. Octane trying to keep their hopes alive here. Big opening wins out of Suitor, Crone, and Cobra, but the answers are in. Currently just a 2-life advantage for the side of Octane. However, be wary because that might grow, and Quitical is doing his thing with that pistol. I don't think he's gotten a single kill with his sub.
He'll get it one eventually, though. But the point is, at this point around, that Slane is in that series point. When it comes down to that best of 5 series against the side of Octane, they have already won the side of Hard Point in the first map. Search and Destroy has already done this. And I would say for the side of Search and Destroy, that was that one matchup which actually told and kind of like narrated the whole mindset and the championship play. I would say the championship mindset kind of like a play coming off from the side of Slane. Kind of like I would say the overall tempo of the game is definitely favoring the side of Slane. Now Octane though getting those lives from their side to be remained upon, where they can actually get the control. But 20-15, we do see a lot of that gunfight happening at the side of side B. Shifu gets a double, loses out and takes back the control, but JP is going to come up from the back, finds Crone though. We do see the Saraswati pushing out in the open and will get punished for the same.
Yeah, and Crone just stuck in the blender in spawn. 20-8. Slane are really making a statement here. They're saying, "You called us dog shit. We ain't. You are." 20-6 is the life count. Starting to look insurmountable for the side of Octane. Looks like an absolute evisceration of their lives. Trades back and forth. It's too little, too late. Octane is going to get sent home unless they can pull off a miracle. 4-17. No respawns remaining for the side of Octane. However, nobody's fallen either. As I say, that Chief is going to find the first. Going to be able to find the second. Crone going to be able to find one onto Critical. But is it enough? I don't think so. 2-15. They have to be perfect. Crone and Zavi going to combine for a couple. Zavi trying to clear out this rock. JV going to be able to find Quone, and now it's just Zavi left in a 1v13 situation. What's the play? What does he do? Nothing. He gets shut down in wine. Slain